In today's College Football 25 video, I'm going to break down the best run defense in the game you can use to stop all the best runs. Today we're going to look at a new setup out of the 3-4 odd that is great against inside runs, outside runs, under center runs, and even shotgun runs, and I will show you how to use it against every single type of run. This easy setup can be used in any game mode. Now the play we're going to look at is the pinch bug 0 with the following coaching adjustments. I have auto flip off and my option, read and pitch keys set to conservative. Finally, the defensive motion response is set to disabled. This is very important. If you leave it on default, you will notice that the offense can misalign your defense. Say that they use motion, you'll notice this is going to cause problems. You notice how those players move on the motion. You can see that I could easily run the ball now because of the motion. However, once we have it on disabled, you will see that motion no longer affects us in the same way. If they try to motion, only that corner moves, but the rest of my defenders do not. The corner guarding that receiver, he will follow him, but these other players aren't going to get put out of alignment that will allow the offense to easily run the ball. So that is why you need to set that to disabled. Now, with the read and pitch keys to conservative, that is just in case they run options, which we can get into later in the video. So I first want to start with these under center runs. Wide zone, stretches, etc. are pretty good on this game. Now, if you look at the run fits of a cover 0 defense or this play in general, you'll notice that the safeties are in run fits, meaning they will immediately react to the run. Now, if you don't know how to do this, you simply hold down both of your triggers, or L2 and R2, and then you'll hit square for the run fits to the left, circle for them to the right. Now, the biggest weakness to 3-4 odd is the outside runs. And in order to counter that, we need to spread our linebackers by hitting right on the D-pad and then up on the left stick. At this point, every player is in a run fit other than the two outside corners. You're going to use the linebacker that is manned to the running back. Now, when using this linebacker, I kind of just like to stand over this D tackle and then flow to the ball. Like if they're trying to get to the outside, I'm just going to meet them on the outside and just make sure they can't get any big runs. Now, if they try to run the other way, so here we're going to run to the other side, which is to the left, that's fine. I'm just going to flow to the ball to the left side. And you can see here, a lot of times those outside linebackers will simply just defeat their block and get a tackle for a loss. So that is going to take care of that annoying outside run. Now, as far as inside runs go, again, we're just spreading our linebackers out, using this guy over to D tackle. Oftentimes, you can shoot in the backfield yourself, but even if you don't, you do see that you have a lot of penetration into the backfield. This is going to be a great defense against inside runs. Once again, notice how the safety's first step is down to defend the run, and the front seven is very aggressive as well. Really, the only players that aren't are those two outside corners. That's why this is such a good run defense. Now, this is very good against shotgun runs too. Don't think that you can just get in shotgun and run the ball because you're really not going to be able to. So one of my favorite parts about this is it's also good against like RPO schemes. So if somebody's going to try to run like RPO flats, you're going to notice that's not going to work because this is man coverage. We spread the linebackers out. We use with this guy. And you'll see here, if they just try to chuck one of those RPO flats, I mean, he's manned up. So, he might get a few yards, but, we're right there to make the tackle. Now, if they actually do try to run the ball, this is a very, very good run defense against just basic inside zones or those types of shotgun runs. So, like right here, again, we spread our linebackers out. We kind of just use her over this D tackle area. And if they do run the ball, you'll see that guy's pretty much going to shoot in. Now, I will caution you, if they happen to flip their formation in shotgun, make sure you flip with them. Because you always want to make sure you're using the guy manned up to the running back, but you want the guy manned up to the running back on the running back side. So if they come out and the running back's on the other side, if you want to get better at College Football 25 and win more games, check out my College Football VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. Put the link to order in the comments and the description. You will get access to all the content I release for college football all year long, including the best offense in the game, the best defense in the game, my secret A-gap blitzes, my rollout glitch, my run defense, and my pass defense, and much more. Let's dominate together, boys. just simply hit the flip play. So you're going to hit the audible button, and then you see flip play. For me, that's R2. And then we're going to spread our linebackers out. We're good to go. This flipped the defense to where now, we're able to use this guy. We can actually do the safety. Bam. We're good to go. Easy, right? It's a very, very, very easy way to defend the run because you don't want to have to be over here, because now we're losing that defender on the right side of the screen that's blitzing. We can still shoot in the backfield ourselves, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose. So if they are running a lot of shotgun, you could also just turn auto flip on. I prefer it to be off, more so for under center. That way, if they do flip it, you're already flipped right with them, and you can just spread out your linebackers. You are good to go. So I would say auto flip off for under center is what I prefer, but for shotgun, I do like auto flip on. Now, let's look at some of the more glitchy runs. Like this Alabama playbook does have some annoying runs, like this crack toss out this weird little formation. Now, this formation is a problem because there's 4 offensive players that can block on the right side of the screen. Now, if I just ran my default setup where I was going to just use with this guy like this, it'd still be good run defense. As you guys can see, the safety's shooting down. I'm in the backfield. There's not much area at all to go. But, honestly, it probably would be better just to take this guy and bring him down into the box a little bit more to help out. Because remember, everybody's really on the right. There's no sense of having your safety back up here. He's not really doing anything for the run game. That way you just have another defender you can use to prevent that outside run. Now, if they do happen to run the duo, which is actually another cracked run, the duo is more of an inside run, you're still going to be fine. Just make sure you spread the linebackers out. Bring this guy a little bit into the box like this. And once again, you guys can see those outside backers are into the backfield really before they can even get the ball off. So that's why when you spread these outside linebackers out that blitz, more times than not, they do the job for you. Now, like I said, this does do a good job against RPOs. It also does a good job against passes. Remember, this is really one of the best blitzes in the game, too. Now, it's important to note, if you are expecting a pass and you're in this defense, just don't spread the linebackers out. Because this blitz is definitely faster when you don't spread them out. You can see you get that instant pressure. Now, when you spread them out, this linebacker that's blitzing is no longer in, basically just stacked over the O-line. So it's just not going to be as fast. You still do get pretty good pressure, but I just feel like it is better when you don't spread them out because for the blitz purposes, having this guy stacked right here that's blitzing is really crucial. That way this O-line is overloaded and there's just no way that they're going to have any time. So this is a very easy play to defend really all the best RPOs and runs in the game. This is also really good against read options. Really, a read option is going to be easily defended because we're going to make them hand the ball off because we have our options set to conservative to defend the quarterback. Once they hand the ball off, they're pretty much not getting anywhere. The only types of plays I even worry about when I'm in this defense, honestly, is going to be like a jet sweep, jet touch pass type play, but even those can be stopped as well. So those have tells, but let's just run one here. You guys can see we got a jet touch pass. Now, remember, I'm spreading out my linebackers. And as soon as they send this guy in motion, you pretty much know it's going to be one, but you're just going to want to take your user and get around the corner. Remember, we spread our linebackers out, so this is not as big of a deal as if we just kept them in. If we kept them in without spreading them out, this would be a lot more of a worry. But because we spread them out, there's not a ton of space. The biggest, I would say, counter to this defense by far is the QB zone out of trips tight end. This is the one run that actually does a pretty good job consistently against this. Now, I don't have a fast quarterback here to really show you, but you guys can see if we beat that safety to the edge, that's a problem because this is going to be basically a one-on-one situation, or they can just cut it up the middle.